it's both a hero's journey and an anti-hero's journey, and all in the body of a young man. And it's exhilarating but overwhelming, and something he's not totally able to deal with either. And to get to play with that as an actor, let alone getting to play with the period, let alone getting to play the physicality or wielding swords around, that's a lot of fun. Well, it was enormous. There's a lot that went into it. About a month and a half of sword training and horse training, dialect training, hanging out with Joel Edgerton, who plays Falstaff in it, trying to build a rapport there. I felt like I was stepping into the preformed machine with Joel and David and Ben Mendelsohn, and they had all made movies together before. Adam Arkapaw, the DP, and with Robert, it was amazing because I grew up on his movies. Obviously, I was like a young kid in middle school and high school when Twilight was coming out, and now the work he's done the last couple of years is extraordinary. So that scene can be funny in the movie, and people have asked me today, like, was it funny doing it? But it really wasn't, because it was, if you're staying true to the moment, it was like insulting.
So I play Princess Catherine, Catherine de Valois, who ends up marrying King Henry at the end of the movie, and she's a really, really fascinating historical figure. I feel so honored to be able to play her, and I think that the strength that she has and the way that she kind of ends the movie. I mean, you'll have to see the movie to see, but I feel really honored to be able to play this part and play such a strong female figure, especially in this time period. I mean, I think it speaks to a lot of things that we can relate to today, and you can draw a lot of parallels from this story to things that are happening, today, whether that's things like trust and alliances and family and things like that, or just people that are put into positions of power when they might not be ready for them, and who do you trust and things like that. I think that it can be relayed back to a lot of things that we see today. I hope that they enjoy it. I think it's a very fresh take on this story, because it's not exactly Shakespeare and it's not exactly history. It's really put through David's lens, which is such a beautiful one. And I think that they take away, like I said, like everything that I was, talking about earlier, just like things that we can all relate to today. The alliances that you make and the friendships that you make, and the fact that those people what ends up being the most important is who you surround yourself with and how that can influence you.
Been in my imagination for such a long time, and then as I got older and I had more of a foothold in things, I guess, in work and business, I was like, why can't I create the possibility of turning this into a movie? And that's where it all started. I don't know why people love a costume drama, but it's great if you can get a costume drama, but also rooted in something very modern.
It's really excited to get to work with Timothée. I mean, I think he's a great actor, and a real lovely dude as well, on and off set. Our scenes, are real intimate scenes between two brothers, and they've got a bit of friction going on. So to be able to get to play around with that, and David's a brilliant director as well, so I was real honoured to be a part of this. I think there are people that will really relate to it, and it's a film about power and strength, and it's almost a coming of age about a character navigating his way through power and politics, and I hope people relate to it.
The movie's about, a kind of a young idealistic man, taking on a position of incredible responsibility and finding himself consumed by the institutions of power, the pre-existing one. So, that transition from kind of boy to king felt like the obvious spot. I just feel lucky that right at that moment when I was looking to set the film up properly, that Timothée Chalamet just kind of entered my life, and because now that I've made the film, I can't imagine making it with anyone else. There's so much about him. His talent and his training and his preparation, but the indescribables too. His timeless kind of soulfulness. One of the things I love about Rob is that he takes risks and he makes bold choices, and I just kind of knew that if I put a dandy psychopath character like this in front of him, that he would have fun with it, and he did.
We've got such a beautiful young cast, and that's really exciting to make a film of history and about power and privilege, but with a young cast. It's really exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey